Well, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jim. This is Touching Grass OTR. If you are a subscriber or have watched these videos before, thanks for coming back. If you're new, welcome. So we have our next load. We are going to pick up right close to where we're sitting right now in Jacksonville, Florida, and then taking that up to Farmville, North Carolina. It's about a 492-mile load. I think we are picking up Gatorade. The pickup location says Saddle Creek Logistics, but when I looked it up in Trucker Path, it said Gatorade, and it is going to a coastal beverage company up in North Carolina, so there's a pretty good chance it's Gatorade. We've got to pick up at 10 a.m., which is in about 45 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and get moving, and we have a strict appointment at 6:30 tomorrow morning up in North Carolina, so we have got to make good progress today. I think we will. It's just up 95. We're down in the southeast. We're not up in the northeast where there's tons and tons of traffic, so we shouldn't have any real delays, unless of course they take forever and a day to load us. We'll see. Anyways, let's get rolling, shall we? Alright, let's get out of here. Well, as soon as he gets parked. Old fella in that truck. Looking for a spot. Surprisingly, this Love's is pretty full. It's small, and we're in Jacksonville. When I came in here at 7:30, there was only like 3 or 4 spots available. But we grabbed one of them. Didn't really have any serious issues other than the fact that it's just a few spots left. We spent the night last night up in St. Mary's in Georgia, which was only 20 miles north of here, and it was wide open. I'm glad I chose not to come down here. Honestly, I didn't even really look. I did not look for a spot because I knew it. I knew St. Mary's, and I didn't care. I didn't want to come all the way down. Saddle Creek. That's the place. Now, where's the truck entrance?
You have reached your waypoint. It's on your right.
Pull forward, park to the left, checking at the ramp. Okie dokie. see y'all soon. Alrighty, well, we have been assigned our door, but there's still a truck in the way. But I am going to go ahead and get repositioned so that I am set to get in there as soon as he gets out. Just so y'all can see it, because it's a pretty truck. It's that KW right there, that green and white. It's kind of a pretty, it's a pretty good looking truck. Alright, well, now we sit and wait until he gets the green light, I guess. Okie dokie, and here we go. I'm not lined up right. Alright, next step is we have to drop the trailer and park in front of it. folks, well, we are loaded. Let's go see what we got. I haven't even looked in the back myself. 43,500 pounds from the paperwork, so another heavy load. Not uncommon when it comes to beverages. Beer. It's a beer load. Although, isn't that Corona Premier, isn't that like the non-alcoholic or something? I don't even know. But I do like Corona. And all they want is a simple plastic seal on this. Stick that seal on. See you guys soon. Alrighty, let's get on out of here. I've got a scale dialed in. It's about 5 miles away because it is a heavy load and I want to make sure we're legal before we have to cross over state lines. But then it's about a 6-hour drive north on 995, and I've got a pilot, I think, dialed in for us just this side of it before we have to get off the interstate. I can't remember the name of the town, Kelney or something like that, North Carolina. And we will spend the night there and go and deliver bright and early tomorrow morning. Let's roll. Y'all, I very nearly had to take this load back and get it reworked. First weigh was about 500 pounds overweight on the drives. And I managed to move it forward one peg because apparently when I slid the tandems at the shipper, I didn't get them all the way forward again. I don't know. That's the second time that's happened, or I don't know if it maybe happened more often than I think it's happening. But that's the second time that I've slid them all the way forward and it wasn't enough, or at least what I thought was all the way forward. And I don't know. Maybe this trailer's just sticky. Could be. They were both times were with this trailer, so it was a good chance that the trailer's just sticky. So I slammed them all the way forward again, and I didn't think it was going to be enough. So I was going to try and slide the fifth wheel, but the fifth wheel is apparently also real sticky on this truck because I was not able to get it to budge at all. It's got the button for the slide, for the hydraulic slide on it, but it doesn't slide. So that's obviously a defect with this particular truck, but not a critical one because it usually isn't an issue. But I went back over. Like I said, I got them slid all the way to the front, and I went back and I scaled again, and I'm 20 pounds under the maximum. 33,980 it came out to, which is fine because now that I'm under, I wouldn't have been so concerned if it wasn't for the fact that we are going across scales here in the very near future. So we don't have enough time to burn off any of the fuel that would make us light enough and 500 pounds is still kind of on the edge. But at this point, we're just under, just legal, just barely legal, and good grief. Just when it clears up on one side, there's cars on the other side. When there's clear on the other side, there's cars on the left. Alright, we're clear. And with a heavy load, you got to be clear on both sides because it's going to take a minute to get out here. But anyways, we're legal now. Took a little effort. But we are now moving. See you soon. So we are in the middle of the eclipse, apparently, somewhere. We're not anywhere close to the path of totality, so I doubt we can see anything, and unfortunately I don't have any solar lenses, so I can't really look straight at it and see anything. Let me get out of the beaten path here so I'm not going to get run over by a car or something. It's busy in this little rest area. Just crossed into South Carolina, headed northbound. But I'm going to see if I can't catch something with the phone camera by just pointing it, because it's almost straight above us. There's the sun. I don't know if the moon is visible or not. Hard to say, but I don't want to kill my camera, so I'm not gonna focus too much on that. Let me see if I can turn it around and use the other camera to get anything better. Alright, there's the sun. I do not know where the moon is. I can't see anything, but theoretically the moon is up there as well. I just can't see it. But we're probably at the wrong angle to see it anyways. We're too far away. Like I said, it's passing over. Apparently it's at about 50%, probably a little bit more than 50% now, in Fredericksburg, Virginia, which is in the path of totality. From here, I can't tell. I don't know. But I'm a little bit of a science nerd, so I would have liked to have been able to see it, but such is life. Well, that was kind of disappointing. I'd hoped to be able to see at least some aspect of it, but it is what it is. If it does kind of magically get a little bit dark in the next little bit, maybe I'll be able to pull over and see something, but I don't really expect to be able to. I think that's just a pie in the sky dream. But we're making good time. We've got 299 miles to go to our stop tonight. It'll take us about another 4.5 hours. We've got 5.5 hours left on the clock, because we are bumping up against our 14, unfortunately, and we don't have a split that we can take advantage of today. We weren't at any one place longer than 2 hours. Sure, that's that. But we should be there about 7 o'clock. Hopefully they'll be parking. If not, I'll reserve a spot. I don't think we'll run up against a situation where there's no reserve spots left. It's not really all that close to anything. So, see you later. It just occurred to me why you couldn't see the moon up there. And it's because the moon doesn't have its own light. It reflects light, it reflects sunlight. But the sun is shining on the back of the moon right now, so the side that's facing us that we would be able to see is the dark side of the moon at the moment. So yeah, that would explain why I couldn't see the moon. There's nothing there to see, or well, there's something there, just can't see it because it's dark. I suppose at the right angle we might have been able to see just maybe a tiny sliver of the moon, since if we were at the right angle, and I don't think we are. I think it was just not possible to see the moon right now because the sun is on the opposite side of it and the moon's not in the way of the sun. A little bit of science, and I didn't think about it, but I tried. All I can say is I tried. downsides of trucking is that you're not around for your family when they may need you. I called my oldest daughter because I knew she was going to go see the eclipse in Texas. Only for her to tell me that she was on the way to the hospital. Now, this isn't really a trucking specific issue because, I mean, she's in Texas. I live in Georgia. I wouldn't have been able to do anything anyways. She thinks she might have appendicitis. So she's in the hospital right now getting checked out. I've been on the phone with her for a while, but the call just dropped. And when I tried to reconnect, I think it's on her end, I think, because when I tried to call her back, it went straight to voicemail. Her phone might be out of battery or something like that, but she is being treated. I don't know that they have diagnosed her yet, but you know, this is one of those situations where when you're away from your kids and away from your family, stuff can happen that you're just not there for. It's one of the difficult things about trucking. But like I said, she's in Texas for the eclipse, and even when she's at home, she lives in Miami. I live in Georgia. When I'm home, of course. So she's my oldest. She's grown at this point. She's in her 20s, living her own life. So, but I mean, this just reminds me of one of the kinds of things that truckers have to go through when they're out here, especially the truckers that have younger kids or intact families that are all still at home. You know, wife and kids that live at home, and you're out on the road. That's got to be hard on people. I'm fortunate in that both my kids are now out of the house and grown, and of course I've been separated from their mother for well over a decade at this point, so I don't have that issue. But still, it's kind of hard. So I'm a little bit stressed at the moment. But I just thought I'd share that because it's on my mind. We're still making good progress towards North Carolina. We're in South Carolina still. We've got about 200 miles left to go. A little over 3 hours. But I'll see y'all soon. I'm going to try and get back on the phone with my daughter, see if the call goes through this time. Alright, status update. She's fine. It was not an appendicitis. Nothing critical. She's got to get it dealt with, but she doesn't have to get it dealt with right away. Basically, she's got a cyst that's in her right ovary, so it was right where you would think an appendix would be, and that's why she thought it was appendicitis, because it was causing her a lot of pain. But she got checked out and they figured out what it was, and she's going to be just fine. We arrived at our stop for the night. Just got here. I actually spent the entire afternoon talking on the phone with her. Good 4-hour conversation. The first 2 hours or so she was in the hospital, but I was on the phone with her the whole time. And then just the second 2 hours were just conversating, so it's always nice. But we are now in, I think the name of this place is Kenly, North Carolina, I want to say. We're about 40 minutes from our final destination. So our appointment is a strict 6:30 appointment, so we want to get out of here absolutely no later than 5:30 tomorrow. I'll try and leave about 5 o'clock. So we need to get inside, get showered. It's 7 o'clock now. Yeah, so we can leave at 5, and that's when we will leave. So I'm going to go inside, get showered, and then just go straight to bed, because that way I don't take the chance of oversleeping tomorrow or not getting enough sleep tonight. So I won't be editing tonight. So there we go. See y'all in the morning. Good morning, folks. So it is delivery day. I think it's Tuesday, April 9th. We're about 40 miles from our drop. So and we're doing just fine on time. It is 5:10. We don't have to be there till 6:30, so we've got we're good to go. Pre-trip's done. I've got supplies. We're ready to roll. See you soon. There we go. Sometimes those tandems don't want to cooperate. You gotta dance a little bit. There we go. All right. Alright, well that is the end of this load and thus the end of this video. It has been a pleasure as always. Well, not always, because sometimes we go places that suck. But this one was an easy one. So thanks for watching. If this was your first time, I hope you come back. Please make sure if you liked this video to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching.